So today I'm going to be doing an exclusive tour of all of Temecula. I'm going to be going over, showing you guys, doing like a vlog style of the Temecula area. Temecula is great. Temecula's got a lot of things to do here. A lot of people like to move here because it's very safe, good for families, close to bigger cities, a lot of things to do, and pretty affordable for the Southern California area. But Temecula isn't for everyone, and I want to show you guys myself, show you the Temecula area to see if it's a good fit for you. You can't always go off by comments, reviews, or videos like mine. But in this video, I want to be showing you the top areas of Temecula, things to do here, top neighborhoods, and everything that you need to know before moving to this area. But real quick, my name is Steven. I'm a local expert here in the area. If you're looking to buy, sell, relocate to this area, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help and assist you guys. And also guys, if you guys want to see more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We post videos like this every single week. All right guys, so I want to be getting behind the wheel now, showing you guys Temecula. All right guys, we're going to be starting off our tour now. Right across the street from us is actually the Great Oak High School, one of the high schools here in Temecula. There's 3 different high schools, and we'll talk about that more in just a second. But right now we're on the south end of Temecula, and we're going to work our way towards the northern part. We're going to start off here off of Pechanga Parkway. I'm going to be showing you guys like the highlights, a lot of things that people like here in Temecula. And then also I'm going to be showing you guys top communities that people like here. And I'm not sure showing you everything. It'll be impossible to do in one video. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video. So, but we're going to start off here in the south end and show you some of the top areas here, and then work our way to the middle, and then we're going to work our way to the northern part. But I'm going to point out different communities that I'm not going to be able to show today, but I'm going to be doing more videos on those communities. Okay, so off here to the left of us is Pechanga Casino. Okay, very popular casino. A lot of people like to come here. A lot of things to do here. Obviously, besides the gambling, they have a pool that you can come with your family. You can get a day pass. They have spas, and also they have a ton of shows here, boxing events, entertainment. You got a lot of people that come here, like famous singers come to the Pechanga Casino, which is super cool. So really cool to know that there is a there is a casino here and a really nice hotel. So if people want to come visit you, this is one of the options where people can stay at as well. Pechanga Casino, I don't know what you hear both pronunciations, Pechanga and Pechanga. So depending on who you talk to, will depend on how, I guess you pronounce the name. And out of all people, I'm the worst when it comes to pronouncing things. I'm sure you've seen my videos. I pronounce things wrong all the time. But yeah, so now we're driving on Pechanga Parkway. This is a popular area to be if you're going to be commuting down to the San Diego area, okay? If you work in San Diego, or if you have a hybrid schedule, this is a great place to live. Okay, because you're right off the 15 freeway, and we're right on the south end of Temecula. If you guys aren't familiar with Temecula is, we're the first city in the Riverside County, right after San Diego County. So Fallbrook is the last city in San Diego County, which Fallbrook and Temecula touch one another. This is a great place to live because you have 2 ways to get here. You can go off the 15 freeway and just deal with the traffic there, or you can go the inside way. There's a way to cut through behind, and you're going to hit traffic there. So it just all depends on what way of traffic you like to sit in. If you like to sit in stop and go, or if you like moving consistently at 30-35 miles per hour, depending, whichever one you prefer. We're going to take this way. We're going to go into Wolf Creek right now and check out this area. But it all depends on what you prefer, but this is a great area to be in if you are commuting down to the San Diego area, the south end of Temecula, and also depending on the area of San Diego that you're commuting to. So this is Wolf Creek. We're driving into Wolf Creek right now. This is a really beautiful area. They also have a fire station right by, which is nice. If any emergencies, you know that they're close by. There is a school, actually multiple schools in the area of this community, but I'm actually driving through Wolf Creek right now. You got beautiful homes here. You have all style of homes here. You have the more of the California typical home here in the Wolf Creek area, and then also you have some more like never really been to the East Coast, but people say like the East Coast style feel. And actually I'm going to be showing you another community more towards the end because it's in the northern part of Temecula. So right next to Wolf Creek is Red Hawk. So this is Red Hawk actually right here. Red Hawk is another very popular community. So Wolf Creek and Red Hawk touch one another. Red Hawk actually has a golf course as well. So if you like to golf, there's a lot of, there's a beautiful golf course there. One of my clients actually met and golfed there. And let's just say he's never invited me to go golfing again. So it just tells you how bad my golfing skills are. We've met after that before, we've hung out, good friends, but never golfing again. So if you're watching this, I'm a little offended, but I'm just kidding. I don't take any offense. My golfing skills are terrible. But yeah, just showing you the area here, just to kind of show you the neighborhood of Red Hawk. This is one of the areas. I said there's like multiple areas of the Red Hawk area, but let me just turn around here. I just wanted to kind of show you this community. But very nice. They are a little bit older now because they have been here for a while, but it just shows you that people still upkeep the area. I mean, there is an HOA here, but it's beautiful here. This is a typical, very nice Southern California community that will always be popular no matter how old it gets. So this is the Red Hawk area. Like I said, we just passed Wolf Creek. Beautiful homes in there. It's a little bit newer in Wolf Creek. So if you're looking for a newer community, then I'll definitely look into Wolf Creek. South Temecula has no more new homes. I mean, it's all been built out. There are little pockets here and there. So if they were to ever build anything, it would be fairly small. So let me actually want to turn here. I'm going to be showing you more the can't drive into the golf course. Unfortunately, it's not one that you can really drive around and kind of get a good eye on, but this is kind of like the main road made area to like drive into Wolf Creek, Red Hawk, and it kind of takes you out into like a little circle, different neighborhoods in the Red Hawk, Wolf Creek area. So I'm going to be driving through that right now. Also guys, you are probably going to be seeing the real Temecula today as far as traffic goes. Temecula gets pretty bad traffic. I did start this video a little bit later. We were pretty busy earlier this morning, but I did want to get this video out to you guys just so you could see what Temecula is like. So we will probably run into some traffic. That is one of the negatives I would say about Temecula is its traffic. Okay, it does get really bad over the years. So it gets a little bit, it gets in 2 years it gets bad or worse. I feel like every 2-3 months it just gets worse and worse and worse. And right here to the right of us is where the golf course is. It's beautiful in there. Like I said, I'm terrible at golfing, but if you love golfing, it's a good golf course to go check out. There's also another one off Pechanga Parkway, over that side. There's multiple golf courses here in Temecula that you definitely should check out. We're actually going to be checking out another one here pretty soon in the Temecula area. And let me kind of just tell you a little bit about the pricing here in Wolf Creek, Red Hawk area. The median house price here is about $825,000. These are homes that have closed already in the last 6 months. The lowest price that you can find something in this area is probably around $610 to $615. That is going to be a fairly small home. Okay, so you're probably looking at a just over 1,000 square foot home. It's going to be older, probably needs some work. But here you definitely can find homes also. The highest price around here is probably around 1.2 million. Now that home is going to be, upgraded. It's going to be, more of a view lot, probably a pool and stuff like that, and a bigger home for sure. So that is for like the Wolf Creek, Red Hawk area. I know it's two different areas. I just did combination of the two because Wolf Creek, there's certain areas that are a little bit more expensive than Red Hawk and vice versa. So, but overall, this general area, that's what you're going to be spending. If you go a little bit more north, you can definitely go spend a little bit less. Temecula is, I would say, so if you're comparing them to different Southern California areas, Temecula is definitely one of the higher end affordable areas. If you're comparing it to other areas like say Texas and Tennessee and Florida, of course this is not going to be in the affordable, right? But I'm comparing this to California and to Southern California in general. This area is pretty affordable. You go to anywhere else, in San Diego or Orange County for a neighborhood just like this. I mean, you're easily over 1.3, 1.4, all the way up to $2-3 million easily. I'm comparing it to that as well. Right now we're going to Pechanga Parkway, which is also called the 79. This is one of the exits here in Temecula. So there's 3 main exits, and before I talk about that, there is a Temecula hospital here, which is nice. So you're down the street from the main Temecula hospital. We just drove by. I probably should have driven down that street a little bit to show you Temecula Parkway. And there's a ton of shoppings there. That's where all the main area of the shopping area is for South Temecula here on the 79 Temecula Parkway. So there's 3 different exits here. The south end is Temecula Parkway. The middle exit, the middle part of Temecula is Rancho California. And the northern part of Temecula is Winchester Road, okay? So we're working our way there right now. We're actually on Margarita Road. Margarita actually runs all the way from the south end of Temecula all the way to the northern part of Temecula. Actually even leads into Murrieta a bit. Murrieta is the northern city that touches Temecula. Another beautiful city that is so underrated, nobody ever talks about, which I'm so surprised. And I'm going to be doing more videos on Murrieta. People that live there probably not going to like that because they wanted to keep it hush-hush. But everyone talks about Temecula, everyone talks about Menifee, everyone talks about Corona, but no one ever really talks about Murrieta because Murrieta is just as beautiful. All those places have beautiful homes, really, really good schools, extremely safe. So be on the lookout for those because I do want to talk about and do a video just like this of Murrieta as well. But this does go all the way into Murrieta as well, up to Murrieta Hot Springs, if you are familiar with this area, okay? So we're now going, like I said, driving towards the middle part of Temecula here. Like I said, this is Margarita Road. Beautiful trees, very mature trees here. A lot of people, like I said, this is not by what I say, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you're comparing it to this. And it's like, look, I'm just going up on what people have told me and people where they've moved from. It's part, people call this the Irvine of Riverside. So just because of how green it is and beautiful homes, a very similar style. I'm not saying this is OC at all because it isn't. We are in Riverside County. But if you could compare it to, one of the areas that people do say Irvine. So we're now approaching Paloma del Sol, Paseo del Sol. Okay, these are 2 other great areas. We're driving now. I'm going to be turning into Paloma del Sol. Paloma del Sol, Paseo del Sol, they're all, connected. Beautiful homes here. They are older. These homes have been here for a while. We have friends. I actually have friends who live in here. My parents have had, friends who live in here, who have been here for years and years, and they don't want to move because how beautiful it is, how quiet it is. And here we're more, I would say we're like south central Temecula here, okay? So I want to just kind of show you and drive around this area. Again, there are a little bit older homes here. They do have their parks and pools here in this community as well. But just because of the location, we're just close to everything here, being in the middle of Temecula, but just driving through it, it's just a beautiful area. I'm going to drive through one of the tracks here just so you can kind of get a feel of the homes. Well, just past one. I should have turned in there, but it's all right. We'll turn into this one. But yeah, this takes kind of like a loop. This area, we are getting closer to the Temecula Valley High School. Okay, so we were started on the south end, which is Great Oak. And let's kind of talk about the high schools here in the area. Temecula has really, really good schools. Temecula actually has one of the best schools in all of California, and very top-rated schools, especially Great Oak High School, which is South Temecula. And that's also what causes prices to kind of stay high as well, the schools in the Temecula area, okay? So we just kind of turn around here. So there are 3 different high schools. I think I did mention that in the video already, but there's 3 different high schools in Temecula. There's Great Oak, which is for South Temecula. There's Temecula Valley, which is for the central part of Temecula, and also parts of, it's very weird, the school district with the lines and stuff like that. I think it's everywhere. Like sometimes it doesn't make sense, but mostly the central part. And then Chaparral will be for the northern part of Temecula, and also for French Valley, Winchester. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the area, but there's 2 sides to Winchester, okay? So there's a new side of Winchester, which is, I'm actually going to turn this way and show you guys this side of Temecula as well. So there's 2 sides of Winchester. There's the new side of Winchester, which is by Menifee, off Dominigoni Road. And then you also have the older side, and it's not old, it's just the side that's been there for a while. It's called French Valley. French Valley is another great area to look into if you're looking for more affordable homes, but want to be in the Temecula School District. Okay, so French Valley, Winchester, you're still in the Temecula School District, which is really nice. A lot of people want to be in the Temecula School District, but like I said, it can be expensive for a lot of families here in Temecula. So French Valley area is a great place to look at. It touches Temecula and Murrieta. It's just a little bit more further east, more inland, but Chaparral covers that area for the high school at least. But yeah, so 3 great high schools. Great Oak, out of the 3, is probably the best. People who go there will tell you that, you know, Great Oak is the best high school in this area. They do get a lot of funding from Pechanga, from the casino. So they do have a lot of different things that other high schools don't usually get. But if your kid goes there, that's a good thing. You know, a lot of people try to, you know, work the system a little bit, trying to get their kids into that school for sure, which I don't blame them, right? So, but it is a very popular school. So if you're looking at schools for your kids, great middle schools around here and elementary schools. So they did a very good job placing multiple schools in this area, which we're literally just passing one right now, which is in the neighborhood of Paloma del Sol, Paseo del Sol. So if you're looking for an area to, you know, walk your kids to school, walking distance for your school, there is one right here, which is, I believe this is the middle school right here. Here in the Temecula area. So right now we're going off of Meadow Parkway. We're going to be driving very close to the Crown Hill area, which is another very popular community in Temecula. It is fairly expensive in Crown Hill, so then we're going to be heading there. But Paloma del Sol, Paseo del Sol, medium home price here, it's about $777,000. That's the medium home price. Again, those are homes that have been closed in the last 6 months, is from the MLS. So this is the Temecula Middle School. I was correct. I was kind of a little bit not lost, because I mean, I actually lived in Temecula for many years, so I know this area fairly well. I was just confused with the 2 schools that are right by one another. The Temecula Middle School is right here, and then right now we're approaching Parbor Road. We're now heading over to the Temecula community where I was talking about, where they also have a golf course. But the medium home price is $777,000 here in the Paloma Paseo del Sol area. The lowest home that sold in that community in the last 6 months was $550,000. If you're trying to find something in that range here in Temecula, just know they go fast. They go really, really fast. Once they pop up, you got multiple eyes on them, because if you were trying to be, like I said, around the 550, 600 mark in the middle of Temecula, it's really hard to find. But no, those homes are fairly small, okay? They're probably the smallest single-story homes, about 1,200, 1,300 square feet. So something to keep an eye on when, you know, looking into this area. We're also approaching Vintage Hills, which is another popular area here of Temecula, okay? Again, right off of Parbor Road is where there's the Temecula High School. Temecula High School, and there's also a private school, charter school right next to it, which is fairly popular as well. If you're looking more in the prep schools, there's another school out in the French Valley area that's very, very popular that people like to go to. And there's also a Catholic school just down the street from us off of Butterfield Stage, which is not even a mile from actually where we are right now. So if you're looking for a Catholic school, they also have that, and also have a Christian school in the area. They have different options for different schools for kids. Again, now we're getting more to the middle part. We're getting to Rancho California. I was going to drive through the wineries. Right here to the right of us is a main shopping center where they have the grocery stores. I believe there's a Sprouts in there, which, yes, there's a Sprouts in there. Multiple little stalls in there. They also have a Mexican joint called Alberto's, which is really, really good, that you should definitely try when you're around this area. We're now getting into the Chardonnay Hills area. It's another great community. Like I said, Temecula has multiple good communities. It's hard, it'd be impossible to do all in one video. It's one of those videos that, you know, it would have to be in different sections. So Chardonnay Hills is another great community here in the Temecula area that's very, very popular. But so right now we're driving on Rancho California Road, okay? We're approaching Temecula community. We're right in the middle of Temecula right now. This is the middle exit, and there's a lot going on here. So if you take this in the opposite direction of where we are, east, it will take you to the wineries, okay? So I was gonna drive through there, but I'm gonna keep that for another video, just because the wineries is huge, it's massive, but it's beautiful in there. So I was gonna take you guys in there, but we'll keep that for another video. Right now we're driving, like I said, in Temecula. They do have a beautiful golf course here. They also have a pool and a clubhouse, an event center that you can come, you know, rent out and, you know, do different things there as well. But this is another beautiful community to definitely check out. Right in the middle of all Temecula. Rancho California, again, like I said, runs through all the way from the 15 freeway. It takes you all the way to the winery. So if you're looking at the place to go check out, you can go places to go eat. They have boutique hotels there, and they have multiple options to do wine hopping if you want. Again, I'm not a drinker, so I don't really know much about that, but my wife and I, we go there every once in a while to go check out different places to go eat, meet, you know, our friends over there, and do that. So a lot of people are walking here right now. It's the middle of the day. It's almost 3 p.m. here in Temecula. We're in it's November 7th right now, and it's 84 degrees. Okay, so if you're looking for beautiful weather year-round, this is a place to check out. Temecula, I just love Temecula here. We're just driving by the golf course, but Temecula in general is just a place to check out. Weather here is just beautiful year-round. The winters sometimes get a little bit cold, but when I say cold, you're looking like during the day it's still in the 60s. At night it might drop down in the 40s, but it doesn't get cold much here at all. It's just at nighttime you have to bundle up. Right here we're in the corner of Rancho California and Margarita. They do have their own shopping here, which is nice. They have the Albertsons, a CVS, a car wash. They got little restaurants here as well. A cool pizza place and a Italian place to go check out, which is really nice food. But this is a cool area because we're about 5 to, I would say, 7 to 8 minute drive from the 15 freeway. It could be quicker if there's no traffic early in the morning on certain days or just at night, but there's typically, you know, traffic. As you can see, it is kind of starting to pile up right now, but you're that close away from the 15 freeway, all the restaurants, and also going in the direction that we're going in right now. If you take this road, Margarita, all the way, it will lead you straight to the mall in about 5 minutes. So that's why a lot of people like this community. It's just because of how close you are to the mall area. We're also approaching the Margarita Middle School. As you can see, a lot of kids are getting out of school right now. So it is going to get a little busy here. So I'm going to turn right now to avoid the madness and all the traffic with the pickup line. So, but this is, you know, this is real time. You're looking at it, what it really looks like, you know, middle of the day, kids are getting out of school, what it's like. And then also we're driving through, once again, to the right of us is still Temecula. We're going to be heading towards the Summers Bend area. So now we're driving towards the east area of Temecula. And again, guys, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. I wanted to really kind of show you guys Temecula, what it's really like. And I'm actually kind of glad that I'm showing you at this time. I might regret it a little bit later, because as later it gets, the traffic gets a little bit worse during the day with a lot of people. Okay, towards the left of us is a community that we're actually going to be driving through a little bit later today. It's called Meadowview. Meadowview is beautiful. I would love to live in Meadowview one day, hopefully. But Meadowview is beautiful. They have nice custom homes in there. They're older. Some of them are newer, but they all have property. A lot of them are, you know, sit on half an acre to 2 or 3 acres. Beautiful views. They have a beautiful trail, natural trail. A lot of people have horses in there. But right in the middle of Temecula, it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere, which is beautiful, which I like about it. But you're like minutes away from the mall, minutes away from everything, minutes away from the freeway. It's honestly probably one of the best locations. Right now we're just driving by in Rancho Elementary School. It's been here forever as well. But yeah, so again, we're driving through, we're on a Serena Road right now, and driving towards now Summers Bend. So we're going to be checking out Summers Bend. Summers Bend is another community that is crazy popular, that people talk about the most here in Temecula as of late. Summers Bend opened up not too long ago, just right around before COVID, taken off like crazy. Home prices have kind of shot up there. But I want to show you why it's popular. It's in a really nice location. It's kind of far out of into Temecula, which is nice. They have, you know, it's a master plan community. They've got options for everything. They've got, you know, single family homes. They've got luxury homes in there that cost close to over $2 million. They've got townhomes, condo style. So they've got everything there. And they also have a new section coming now. So everything was basically all built out. People were kind of bummed. But now there's a new section of new homes coming where they're actually going to be building single family homes, and then also more of luxury homes, like 4,500 square foot homes on property with nice views. So if you're looking into that, and also guys, I do have another channel where I focus purely on just property tours, home tours of new homes in the Southern California area, specifically northern parts of San Diego and the Riverside County. Make sure to check out that channel if you're looking at some new homes. We're trying to get an idea of what homes are going for price-wise here in the area. So I'm going to put the link down below, and also I'll just put it here on the screen so you can kind of see, you can go check out those homes, okay? So just to kind of, so you can get a good idea of what prices are going for and what you can get here in this area. There is a couple of communities in Temecula that are new. There's not many. There's actually a brand new community coming, which I'm going to be showing you guys. I'm going to be blasting it like crazy because it's probably the last new community, like master plan community, that will be coming to Temecula, and it's going to be right off the 15 freeway, right by Old Town. It's going to be great for your commuters that like to commute to San Diego because it's going to be right off the freeway. That's going to be opening up sometime early summer of 2026. So that's another area to come check out. Actually, they're starting to build those new homes. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but up on the hill, you can start seeing the homes are being built. They are going to be built by Richmond American Homes. First, I'm going to actually show you guys these custom homes, okay? I'm going to just drive by just to kind of show you just a very quick little sneak peek, I guess you could say. These homes are actually built by a company out of Japan. It's called Sherwood Homes. The way that they build these homes is insane. Like the architecture, the construction of these homes, it's very it's crazy. They build everything actually out in Japan. So these are the homes actually building them right now. They build them out of Japan. They all the wood, everything, and they ship everything over here, and they put everything together like Legos. And they have a specific teams from Japan making sure everything is done like almost perfectly. It's insane. But this is the community. It's called Sherwood Homes. They are custom homes. These homes range anywhere from like 3,200 square feet all the way up to like 4,500 square feet. Very big homes here. So as you can see right here, you'll be able to see it on the right of me. There is a car driving fairly fast on my butt right now. I'm gonna let them pass just so I can kind of drive slow for you guys. But yeah, there's a home here for sale right here. So if you guys are interested, let me know. There's a home right here. Okay, so these homes again, they start at around 1.7, 1.8, but all honesty, they pass 2 million with all the upgrades and everything. Nice properties on property. There are a few homes. There's probably a good 10 homes left before they're all totally built out. And yeah, so it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful community. I actually have a video on the other channel if you guys want to check that out. There's also a 55 plus area in Summers Bend, which is gated. So it's totally private, which is really nice. So let me just pass by this car right here. A lot of people stop by because, I mean, these homes are beautiful. People just like to just come and do a little sneak and talk about, oh man, if I had the money to buy this home and this and that, I think we all do that, right? We all go through Zillow and stuff like, oh man, buy this 10,000 square foot home, But maybe that's just me. But I wouldn't want to live in a 10,000 square foot home. That'd be too crazy to upkeep, to clean, and all of that. So anyway, so that's that. So we're going to be driving through the other part now. So this is the Sherwood is gated, and then this is the other community of Summers Bend. So there's multiple little pockets and different homes and different builders that built here in Summers Bend. So here is one of the parts. So across the street street from us is the 55 plus community, which is gated, as you can see. But it's a big loop here in Summers Bend. There's a massive loop that drives around the whole community. In the beginning, so we started on the back end where the fire station was, which is nice, is to have that close by. And the beginning of the community is where the massive park is. They have a huge park with multiple soccer fields, baseball fields, a lot of things to do. I'm gonna drive here in this other section to kind of show you what these homes look like, okay? But one of the most popular areas here in Temecula, they have a massive pool, community pool. They have a lap pool as well, spa, and then they have an event center, which is actually really sweet. I was actually just in there a couple of weeks ago with a client of ours because they wanted to check it out. They wanted to move to this community specifically because of that, because they do multiple events. And you can rent it out for like at least a minimum of 4 hours, and it was like dirt cheap. I forgot how much it was, but it was beautiful. Like you can have weddings in there if you wanted to. There's outdoor sitting area as well if you wanted to sit outdoor. There's an indoor part, but it's totally private. And you have access to a kitchen, bathrooms, and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. But then they also have a full-on gym. And it's not like one of those little cheapy apartment gyms where like it's just a tiny room with one treadmill and, you know, weights that go up to, you know, 10 pounds. And, you know, that's probably what I can lift. But there's not multiple options. But this one has a full-on, you know, they got the Stairmaster, multiple treadmills, free weights, you know, cable weight machines. They also have a section where you can do la yoga. So if you want to do yoga section or you want to be by yourself, you have that section as well. Just really, really sweet community. I mean, people are walking. There's a trail that goes around. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe it's about 8 miles long all the way around. That's pretty sweet about it. So driving through now the neighborhood. Also, there are townhomes here as well and condos, which are here towards the left. So if you're looking at homes starting like around in the 500s, 600s, they do have that option here as well, which is really cool. Now we're approaching towards the front end of the community, like the entrance area of where the park, like I mentioned, the soccer fields, the baseball fields, the playground area. I'm just gonna do like a little circle here around the roundabout and kind of show you that. Here, right in front of us. Yeah, I'll just drive through the parking lot just so you guys can see it just a little bit. But yeah, really, really sweet community, really cool area. This is another top area that people all talk about wanting to live in, which I don't blame them. It's beautiful in here. So yeah, so let me just turn around here. You know, like I said, you got playgrounds there. A lot of people are there actually playing. You can't see them because the trees are there, but you got open green area. You got turf fields for soccer. You got 2 massive baseball fields where they have a lot of tournaments here. So that's really cool. And then across the street from us, and I'll show you that right now, is where all the new homes are being built. And those are going to be, they're starting to build them now. They are pre-selling and should be, like people can start moving in probably, I want to say early next year, early 2026, going into the springtime. So let's see if you guys can see it. Of course, the truck's right bloody there, blocking our view, but it's all right. All right, so let's go turn this way. And yeah, so these ones on the left, to the left of us. So there's different sections. There's going to be more of the entry level homes, and then you're going to have the custom homes, which are going to be up on this hill area. And I mean, like I said, they're going to have amazing views. But right now we're going to be driving towards the Winchester Road. That's the northern part of Temecula. So we're going to be heading there right now. Just in this next section, I'm probably going to speed it up a little bit just so you aren't just hearing me talk. But I'm going to put it up a little bit faster so you guys can see this whole section area, get a good feel of what this area looks like. Like I said, we're on the very northeast end of Temecula right now. But beautiful areas here. Like I said, the homes in this area probably go around the 600s up to 700s. And then Summers Bend, you're looking in more in the mid 800s medium price, a little bit less if you're looking at townhome condos. Smaller homes going for like 700,000-800,000, but then you also have homes going up to about 1.4 million in the Summers Bend. And then the luxury homes are going, you know, roughly around 2 million and above. But those are massive custom on, you know, some of them on half acre to an acre lot. So if you're looking for those, they definitely have that here as well. Right now, before I speed it up, we are driving a portion of Murrieta. So if you go to the right of us right here, it'll lead you, which is Polaroid Road, or take you into Murrieta. There is a nice middle school there as well, Bella Vista. This left side of us, beautiful not custom, but beautiful homes in a gated community as well. I will take you in there, but the guards are very, very strict. So if you're wanting to live in a strict gated community, come check out this community. It's called Royapore Ranch. Really, really nice area. So again, I'm gonna speed it up here, and then I'll start talking again once we get to Winchester Road. All right, guys, so now we're on Winchester Road. We've been on Winchester Road for just some time, but I wanted to show you guys here to the right is Chaparral High School. So popular high school here for the Temecula area. Very, very good school. And then also across the street, there's multiple shopping areas. They also have, the Sprouts and all of that across the street. So also Chaparral's been putting a ton of money into their school. They've just upgraded a ton of their sports areas, which is really nice to see. So now we're actually approaching the mall area. So on the left of us is Royapore Hills. It's Royapore, which is another part. It's not the same Royapore Ranch. It's a whole different community. Older homes, but right by the center of Temecula. So right here, we're approaching Margarita Road, and we're on Winchester. This is where the mall is. This is where all the shopping is. A lot of it sit downs, fast food, and all like your mall stuff, like your H&M, and they have the Apple store and everything you can think of outside the mall. But obviously the inside of the mall, they've got the JCPenney and Macy's and all of that. So we're actually going to be heading back to that area, but I wanted to first show you Harveston. So Harveston is another really, really popular area here in Temecula. So this is a really nice area because they have a beautiful, like a man-made lake in the middle where you can still do fishing. And they got little rowboats so you can rent out in the summertime. But yeah, very, very popular community here. A lot of people who we've shown homes and sold homes to here have compared it to the East Coast. Now, I have been to the East Coast, but not to certain parts where people were comparing it to. They say it kind of has that kind of feel in this community, and it reminds them of the East Coast a little bit, so that's why they live here. But it's a beautiful community. They also have a pool. They also have an event center, event area where you can throw weddings and quinceañeras and all that stuff if you want to, which a lot of people like. But it's just a really, really nice community because of how close you are to everything. You're literally down the street from the mall and all the shopping area, but you're far enough away to kind of still feel like you're not close to that stuff, which is what people like. There's a lot of green trees, it's just a very nice homey community. They have parks as well where you can take your kids to, but the wife and I and the kids, when we are in the area, when we come to the mall, we always like to stop by Harveston, take the kids out on a walk around the Harveston Lake, and get our kids to get their giggles out, before we start driving home. So it's right by Chaparral High School. So if you got kids, they also have an elementary school in here in the community, so you're very close by, which is nice. So they have single family homes here, and they also have condos. Harveston, they range, so that's actually you can't really see it. You might have seen it just a little bit, but so right ahead of us is the lake. Really, really nice lake. Tons of people are walking around right now. Kids are just getting off of school as well, so they're just hanging out at the lake. And this is where the event center is off to the right. So the median home price here in Harveston is about $796, roughly around there. They have homes that are in the 900s as well that have closed, but you can get the condos here in the higher 500s, around the 580 mark. Here off to the left of us is the park. This is more like the actual park where they have baseball fields, soccer fields, a full-on playground, and a huge, massive seating area if you wanted to throw a party out here with picnic tables and all of that. Okay, multiple areas to walk through. This little walk part that we just passed through cuts straight to the lake. So if you live on the outskirts of it, because it's like there's an in part of Harveston where the lake is, and also there's a part that goes around it as well where there's multiple homes, depending on what part and what side you live on, which is really nice. I'm gonna drive through a little bit of the community right now, just to kind of show you the feel of what people are talking about when they say the East Coast. Again, it's not coming from me, it's coming from others. And then also a reminder that Harveston have like different parts of the community look a little bit different as well, which is kind of nice. So driving through the community, we actually have a lot of family friends who are living here as well that love this community, love living here. Let's see, let's drive down this way. This is where we'll lead just to the lake to kind of see and kind of get a feel for it. And then also have a little playground area right by the lake as well, so if your kids want to play there while you and your spouse go around walking around, you can do that as well. So a lot of these homes do have lake views. Obviously they're going to cost a little bit more, so a little playground off to the right, and then yeah, just really nice area of Temecula. Very popular community of the Temecula area. Tons of ducks walking around everywhere, you know, multiple people fishing. I mean, where can you do that in a November where it's still 84 degrees right now in Temecula? We're in November, it's November 7th on 2025. But yeah, there's not many places where you can do that. So I'm going to be driving over to another community. It's a brand new community. It's called Prado by Meritage Homes. And I'm going to be driving you there just to kind of show you, because they're one of the last few communities where you can buy and purchase a new home. And they're fairly affordable. They are a little bit smaller. You're not going to get much of a yard in that community. And the nice thing about that community is, like, if you're not familiar with new homes, they don't finish the backyards for you. So your yard, you have to come in and finish everything for you. If you want a home that's all ready to go, move-in ready, you know, I mean, not saying that a new home isn't a new move-in ready, but as far as having the backyards finished and all of that, you want to look more in the resale home. But if you want a brand new home and you're okay with the backyards not coming complete and finished and it's all flat and dirt, then buy a new home. Because a lot right now, at this time as I'm making this video, buying a new home personally is the way to go, because they're offering a lot of incentives. Okay, they're offering lower interest rates. As you know, as I'm making this video, the rates for a conventional loan is just above 6%. For FHA, VA is just below 6%. You're about like a 5.9% right now. So they are a little bit higher. They are coming down a little bit. I mean, comparing it to when they were in the 7%, like just over a year ago. But a lot of these builders are buying your rates down to a 4%, 4.5%, which can make a big difference on your payments. A lot of these communities are, you know, offering to pay your closing costs, which is nice. Throwing in the solar for free. If you guys aren't familiar with California, you know, all new builds starting 2018 moving forward, all new homes have to have solar on them, and you have no choice. The homes come with them. The only choice you have is if you want to purchase them or lease the panels. And also now in 2026 moving forward, all new homes are going to be all electric here in California. And you're not going to have options for gas unless you buy a resale home, a used home. So if gas is a big thing for you, then I'll be looking into the resale market. But is the way to go because of the incentives. But the only thing is that there's not a ton in the Temecula area. But there are areas close to Temecula, about a 15-20 minute drive from here north, where there are areas that are booming with new builds where you can get affordable homes in the 500 to 600s with crazy incentives. They're basically giving you free money right now to purchase these new homes. And it's not because the area is bad or anything. It's, you know, for example, one of the areas is Menifee. Menifee is just about 15 minutes north, 15-20 minutes north of Temecula. It's the 17th fastest growing city in the United States. It's going to be like the new Temecula. It's growing like crazy. Homes are popping up left and right. It's very, very popular. But you can get a nice new home there for a really good price, okay? So we're driving right now. It's called Inez Road. A lot of people like to say Inez, but I'm pretty sure it's Inez. Again, I'm not the best person to ask, but I've been calling it Inez for all these years. But we're driving into a community. It's called Prado, okay? These are single family homes, but again, they're very close to one another. You're not going to get much of a yard. You're probably going to get a 5, maybe 10-foot backyard. But this community is beautiful. They have a pool, a beautiful pool. You got the clubhouse, which they're using as their office right now. Outdoor bathrooms, which is nice. And they have bocce ball, horseshoe game that you can play. There's a rope, what's that called? Rope slide? Not rope slide. What's that? can't believe I forgot the bloody name of it. The thing that shoots you from one end to the other. But yeah, this is one of these communities, and this community, why I'm bringing it to you is because they start in the 600s, okay? And that's very hard to find in the Temecula area to stay around that price. And so we're turning around here, but they are a little bit, unique in this community. They're a little bit closer to one another. You don't have a driveway. You do have a 2-car garage, attached garage, which is nice. But this community is called Prado Meritage Homes, really good builder. We've done plenty of business with them. We enjoy working with them. But this is another great community because you're right off the freeway. So right now we're right off of Winchester Road, and we're about a 2-minute drive to the 215 freeway. So easy access to the freeway. And also where we're heading towards now is the Promenade Mall, which is the Temecula's mall. It's the biggest mall around this whole general area, probably a 20-30 mile radius. Probably at least 30 miles. So, but you're right by it. You're right by all the shopping area, which a lot of people do like because you're far out. So as you can see, there's not much going on here. But with 2-3 minutes down the road, I mean, you're at the mall, you're at multiple, fast food restaurants, sit-down restaurants, things to do. I know maybe for some of you that's not good because you're like, I was just gonna pick something up and, they can get prices. So I'm gonna be driving through that right now. I'm gonna just showing you the mall a little bit, and then we're gonna drive through Meadowview, which is that last community I was gonna show you, which is very popular, it's very beautiful. And then we're gonna finish off at Old Town. Okay, I'm going to show you Old Town because that's a very popular area where a lot of people like to go. It's a great place to go on the weekends. They have farmers markets there. They shut down the road on the weekends sometimes and have parades, car shows, the hot rod show. They have a bunch of breweries. There's a new Argentinian restaurant coming up that they're building there. It's a fortunate thing because there was a place called The Bank, a Mexican place that used to be really, really good, but unfortunately, from what it sounds like, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it looks like they had got new management and it just never really took off from there. And they, for some reasons, they had to shut down, unfortunately. You hate seeing businesses, not, succeed because a lot of people put their hard time and work into it and money. My parents used to have a restaurant too, so I know what it's like. I don't know personally, but I remember seeing my dad, how stressful it was to have a business, to have a restaurant and all the ins and outs of it. And they did well, but it's a lot of work. It's very, very time consuming. So anyways, but they are now opening up an Argentinian restaurant. I love Argentinian food, asado and all that stuff. So that's definitely going to be a spot to go check out here in the next few months. They're currently working on it. I think it's going to take some time because the bank was pretty old before. But right now we're on the corner streets of Winchester and Inez, and this is where basically everything is happening. Right, the kitty corner to the left of us is the mall. So we're going to be driving through there right now. Again, that's where everything is at. You got Costco in there as well, and then you also have on the other side where this is where my wife likes to come and shop a lot too, because they have Hobby Lobby, and then they also have Home Goods and Michael's and all those places where my wife likes to go spend our money. And but she loves to go to those places. So we have a lot of those spots here. At Home as well, there's another store. They also have MSJC. So MSJC is out. It's a community college out in Menifee, but they have multiple little locations. They have a big one here in the Temecula area as well. So if you're wanting to, do college classes and stuff like that, they do have an option here for that. But as where these cars are going, they're going to the right of us. That takes you straight to the freeway. We're literally right next to the 15 freeway. Again, we're right off of Winchester Road. But yeah, like I said, I know you're sitting here, this is live right here, live time. You'll not be watching it live, but I'm sitting here in the beautiful Temecula traffic. I know probably a lot of watching it, it's not traffic, but just wait until it gets a little bit later. If you talk to people who live in Temecula and you're like, yeah, traffic sucks here, especially on the freeway. The good thing about it is that they did a ton of construction on the freeway that did alleviate quite a bit of the traffic coming from San Diego, where just north of Winchester right here is obviously, you're getting into Murrieta, and they did something to where, it alleviates the traffic from where the 15 and the 15 break off, the 15 and the 215 break off. So, which has helped out, but not enough. But it did help out a little bit. So they're continuously doing stuff here for construction and for the traffic and stuff like that. But it just comes with the territory. When you move to a place where a lot of people moving to, where everybody wants to be, one of those things that you have to deal with is traffic, unfortunately. You know, and if you don't want to deal with that, then you're gonna have to probably move out to the boonies, especially here in California, which is tough. And I hope this person makes it, because I don't want to sit through this red light. We won't say anything. But anyways, we're driving into the mall area here, which is cool. We got the main mall out of the mall, which is the middle part where you see the Macy's. And then on the outskirts of the mall, there are multiple restaurants and things to do. So out here, they just opened up a brand new car wash. I actually just went and got a car wash before now, but when I was looking at the camera, it looked like on the glare, it looked like my windshield was still dirty, but promise I got a car wash right before now. But there's a barbecue place called Phil's Barbecue. It's really, really good. We like to go there a lot and eat at Phil's. But yeah, you got a lot of stuff here. You got everything that you can think of. Temecula basically has it. Okay, there's certain things that, of course, Temecula's not going to have, because we're not in like the downtown, or we're not in like San Diego or OC. But for the most part, you're going to have everything that you need here without needing to like drive anywhere else. Like if you were stuck in Temecula forever, you'll be just fine, never leaving the area. So this is the outskirts of the mall. Again, it does get pretty busy here on the weekends. Black Friday is coming up, so it's going to get really crazy here fairly soon. You do have all the restaurants that you can think of here. Right now we're just down the street from Chick-fil-A. You got your In-N-Out. They have a cinema here, Edwards. They also have a it's called Round One. It's a bowling alley plus / arcade. Pretty cool place. My oldest loves to go there in the area and go hang out and play there. It's bloody expensive, but it's fun. And then again, like I said, right down the street from us, right outside the mall, is the Costco. So everyone loves the Costco. It's nice to have one. And there's also a Sam's Club down the street from us as well, if you needed access to that, which is nice. So now I'm going to be driving towards Margarita Road, which we were on Margarita Road a while ago, but now we're on the northern part of the Margarita Road. But now we've been crossing it, going down General Kearney, and this is going to lead us into Meadowview. So I kind of want to show you this too, because I know not everyone's looking for the same thing, right? You know, some people are looking for a tract home, more affordable. Some people are looking more for, you know, I want some more property and more of a custom home. So that's why I'm going to be showing you this end as well. But also for those who aren't looking into it, it's nice to see this, because you want to see what's in the area that you're moving to. Quick story, many years ago, my family and I, we moved here from Australia. And I wish there were videos like this back then. Well, obviously my parents as well. To know what we were getting ourselves into, because moving from one city to another, they're really hard. And on you, it's hard on the kids, it's hard on anyone. Moving to another state, that's hard as well. It's very, very hard. But moving from a whole nother bloody country, that's difficult, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, we were moving to America. We just couldn't wait to move here. All we knew back then was like, oh, the movies, we're moving to California. Oh, we're moving to Beverly Hills. You know, that's what everyone thinks, right? Everyone thinks, oh, you live in America, then all of a sudden you must live in a crazy house or a crazy area. But, you know, we moved here. We actually moved to Florida first. But my mom didn't necessarily like the weather, because Australia, where we lived as well, is very humid, very tropical weather as well. There's a middle school right here towards the left of us. It's called James L. Day Middle School. So we're driving into Meadowview right now. I'm not going to drive through the whole thing because it is kind of big, but just to kind of give you somewhat of an idea of what Meadowview looks like. But we first moved out to Florida. We loved the area, it's just the weather. It wasn't what I didn't mind it, but my mom just didn't really like it. It was too humid, and she was afraid of the hurricanes and all of that. And we were just outside of the Orlando area. We were there for some time, and then we moved to California. We had an auntie that lived out here, so we moved out this way. But we literally drove city to city until we finally found a place. So when we first moved to California, we actually moved to Temecula area. So right across the street from us, before I forget, is the main clubhouse. There's a pool, playgrounds, and then there's trails throughout this whole area. So like I said, this is it's a kind of ranchy feel area of Temecula. You got your custom homes. not every home is the same and sitting on property, which is really nice. But again, like I mentioned earlier, like I wish there was videos like this to kind of show us, because like I said, it would have helped us. It would have saved us so much time driving from literally, we drove from starting in San Diego, driving city to city, driving up and up and up and up and up until, you know, and then we went from starting from San Bernardino and went south from San Bernardino, trying to figure out where we were going to live. And then I guess once we got to Temecula, my dad's like, all right, this is it. This is where we're going to be at for a while. So, and yeah, so we stayed in Temecula for a few years, and then we've moved around, you know, different parts on the southern end, and then, you know, but yeah, so beautiful area. I've always loved living in Temecula, you know, really good people, very quiet. And like I always say these things because they're good for you to know. It's safe here. You know, do things happen here every once in a while here and there? Yeah, but you know, that's with every city. No city is perfect. Here to the right is where like you can walk. A lot of people go running there. They take their horses, and a lot of people have horses here. Like I said, people have property here, little ranches, but just beautiful, beautiful homes. Beautiful area. There's only like, I've had people ask, like, are there still vacant lands here? They are, but there's only a certain amount left, and because of that, prices are kind of high on them. And then some of them are just like, to make them buildable, you kind of have to do a lot of work into it. But hey, if that's what you're okay with and you like the location, then by all means, go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna be driving, like I said, I'm gonna drive a little bit more through here, and then but I'm gonna turn around and I'm now gonna head over to Old Town because I really want to show you. So I'm gonna speed this part through, show you a little bit more of a better view, and then I'll see you guys and meet you guys out in Old Town. All right, guys, so now we're heading over to Old Town, and we're on Rancho California Road, and we're heading west right now, going towards the 15 freeway. But I wanted to show you this area because this is like another main area of Temecula. There's a lot of shopping here. On the right side, there's a massive Target and a lot of, you know, shops and things to go do. On the left of us, there's a restaurant. I think it's called Oscars. It used to be called Pattern Oscars. I used to actually work here a really long time ago at this Pattern Oscars. Where they had like they were known for their breadsticks, really good breadsticks, and they had salads and pizzas and all that stuff. But it's called Oscar's Brewing now. So actually, it's like a brewery, but I'm sure they have food there. They have a little lake that you can walk around afterwards if you wanted to. But a lot of people come to this lake just to walk around, feed the ducks, which is really cool. We're approaching Inez, so we were just off of Inez, the northern part, where we were right by Harveston. This is the middle part of Inez. This goes all the way down to Temecula Parkway, where we actually first started the beginning of the video. Here at this corner, there's multiple restaurants like Longhorn, there's Black Angus Steakhouse, there's Chili's. So there's multiple little areas here. Also, if you go up Inez, north from here, there are multiple car dealerships. So if you're looking for a car, you can come out to Temecula and look for a car here. There's a ton of car dealerships here as well. Now we're approaching Old Town. We are getting there a little slowly because again we're approaching. It is almost 4 o'clock here, so we are, getting into rush hour. So if you can look on the right side, look at all the traffic. People just trying to get onto the freeway on the 15 freeway to go north. So luckily we're skipping all of that right now to go to Old Town. So Old Town starts on Rancho California and it ends, actually it doesn't end exactly at Temecula Parkway, which is south, and it's probably halfway through there. Now we're going to be crossing over. There is a DMV here in Temecula, and that's important. It does suck, so I always say to make an appointment ahead of time because it's always packed. You'll be sitting there for bloody hours. And then also, if you take this road all the way west from us, you go up into the hills here, and it's called the Luz. Up there, they have beautiful homes as well, custom homes. Very, I don't want to say crazy expensive, but they are pricier than what they are down here. But yeah, so I was telling you, I don't know if you guys remember telling me about the new community that the last biggest community is probably going to be here in Temecula. They're opening it up here. I mean, you can see on the right side up on the hill, they're starting it all. It's going to be a beautiful community. I think it's going to be over 1,000 homes that they're going to be building there or close to it. A mixture of single family, townhomes, condos, and then like little shopping areas and stuff like that, which is going to be really, really cool, especially for those who commute out from the San Diego area because we're right off the freeway. So right now we're driving into Old Town. It is Friday afternoon, I guess you could say evening time. Here it is a little bit slow going through, but because it's only like 20 miles per hour I think in here, 25. There's a ton of people crossing the streets and stuff, so it's a little bit slow. But a lot of people like to, like for example on the left right here, you see this beautiful truck right here. A lot of people like to bring their older vehicles in here, driving through, kind of show them off a little bit here and there. But it's just a cool vibe. There's a lot of little mom and pop shops in here. You can buy, your clothing and different jewelry and stuff like that. Here on the right on this corner is Mad Madeline's, and they've been here for forever. I mean, ever since we moved to this area a long time ago, they've been here. There's also a really nice it's a fancy pizza place. It's called Goat and Vine, that you should probably go check out. Like I said, it is very fancy pizza. I like the sleazy, greasy, pizza you can find. I don't know, I feel like that's what pizza should be. But if you like the fancy stuff where they throw all random stuff on there, you'll like this place, Goat and Vine. A lot of people right now, you can see them, but they're all filming because a lot of people here, checking out the area. There are multiple hotels on this road right here, going north from us, that you can stay at if you wanted to come stay the night. There are multiple options that you can stay. Multiple breweries. There is a place called the Stampede here where people come and dance and do their country dancing, line dancing, and sometimes they have like salsa nights and stuff like that. Sorry about that. There was a guy, I guess, wanted to park in front of me and I didn't see him. But yeah, continuing on. Let's continue on right here. You got the 1909. That's another place people like to go out and drink and eat. Pretty cool place. But yeah, multiple places to come and check out here. You can come here multiple times and not hit up every place. But yeah, this is Old Town, very popular. Like I said, if you take this all the way south from here, you'll get to Temecula Parkway. There's also a Harley dealership here and multiple communities around here. So I'm going to end it right here, guys, because it is a very long video. If you did make it to the end, I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions about the Temecula area, let us know. I'm here to help out, and help out with whatever you guys need. We are going to be doing multiple videos just like this of different areas. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date to everything. And we'll see you guys all in the next video.